Car guys and car gals, welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are here with a special guest. You might know him, and if you don't, well, you're about to. But this is Tom Maoli, and we're going to go ahead and get this intro started because we got a lot to talk about. Five-liner coming to you right after this.
Intro, and this brew has been brought by Think Ad Group. You can get your information at thinkadgroup.com. Get you some.
Hey, car guys and car gals, we want to make sure that everybody knows that really when we get a cup of coffee and a conversation going, man, we love to start dancing. Because anybody that has had a great day, man, you got to dance inside of you, even if you can't put more than two moves together. But folks, we are here with Tom Maoli, and I am excited about it because there's a whole lot of awesome inside of this human that we have on the show. And it is definitely enough to help you upshift and uplift
your game. That's right.
Your game and your persona. Fred, tell me a little bit more about this guy. Tell us about the rest of the car guys and car gals how awesome this person is that's on the show with us today.
Man, well, Tom Maoli, he is a serial entrepreneur. Now, I know that he's been introduced this way before, but it's something that you have to point out. He doesn't just settle for one thing. He's constantly looking for constant growth. Every moment of his life, I promise you, he's not satisfied with just what he has. He wants to make it better, or he wants to find something that he can grow in. That is the key to being an entrepreneur, and definitely he is following that guideline by far. I can't wait to get into his brain. I'm excited because that's the kind of mentor people want to have, somebody who's been through it, who can show you the ropes. And I know that we're going to be able to get that from him. Yes. He is a owner of an amazing store out there in Jersey. You got Celebrity Motor Cars. Wow. He is multi-brand. He has basically almost any luxury brand that you want. He has it for you out there. So if you haven't been out there in New Jersey and checked out his lineup, you need to. I guarantee you can find a deal. He's also was a host of a radio show. So this is why I wanted to talk to him. Yes. Yeah. Go big or go home.
Come on. Don't you want some of that?
That is a great name. He had some great guests on there. I mean, he had everything from people in this business to baseball players. He had Gary Sheffield on there. Oh my God.
Doctors.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
All that stuff. I mean, you can name a list. It's a laundry list full of just guests that were amazing. That's, something that I'm striving to try to get to, starting with guys like Tom.
There's something else that he does. That's very car guy, coffee in line. He is a car guy that has his own coffee brand that he's got started. And, man, I'm excited to talk more about that.
I am too.
But first things first, because we do have a new guest on the show, and we are here with another individual that is a solutionary that is going to challenge people to always keep growing, folks. You know the formula for us to keep growing, and we're going to share that today with Tom Maoli. So, Tom, there are 3 F's that we always get lined up with. First things first, and that is to forgive, focus, fly. And with that comes a little bit of a dance move. We go forgive, focus, fly, right? We can do it on the dance floor. I love to do it with kids inside of schools. It's just a message that we try to preach out to many young people. That it's very important that you lose the weight of unforgiveness so that you're free enough to focus. And where it is that you focus, you aim to fly to. And
very true.
Thank you. Well, so we're going to do this together. Go ahead and put your hands on your shoulders, Tom.
Let's go.
We're going to do this. All right. And on 3, we're going to just wipe that unforgiveness off. We're going to focus together, and then we're going to fly. 1, 2, 3. Forgive. Focus. Put him right here. Focus.
That's it.
Focus right here. Focus.
Fly.
Fly.
That's it.
There we go.
I always told my daughter, who just graduated with an entrepreneur majorship out of High Point University in North Carolina, I said, keep your blinders on because you have to focus. Don't worry about what anyone's doing around you. Blinders on. They put blinders on horses for a reason.
That's right, man. Oh, this is my kind of guy. Speaking of horses,
we're going to get some good stuff
here. We are going
to
ride this out and get this 5-liner with Tom Maoli. And so just to make sure that we get this down the track, I'm going to ride it like a little jockey. We're going to keep getting this and keep getting
He's
down
about
the
as short
line.
as a jockey, just so you know.
I am. I got jockey outfits. I actually pulled out a fresh jockey outfit to start walking around the showroom with because I try to encourage my guys to know that they're the horse. They're the ones that are the ones that make it to the victory circle. I'm just the jockey that's going to ride them and kind of keep pushing them to get there. And hopefully I don't got to use the whip.
At the end of the day, when you go to the Kentucky Derby, it's the jockey that, the horse is great. Obviously you got to have a good horse, but it's the jockey that wins the race. If you look at all the championship horses that have won the Derby, it's the same jockey year after year.
Yes, it is. You're 100% right. We're actually right up the street from Kentucky.
That's our world.
Churchill Downs, right up the street from us.
Yeah, we're looking to, in the future, get together with all of the people that have been on the podcast for the Kentucky Derby and have a big blowout.
That's all we're going to do. Count me in.
All right. Awesome, man.
This list
is getting big, folks. I'm excited about it.
I can't wait.
What we are about to get into. It is the 5-liner. And in this 5-liner, just like when you're trying to sell a car to a customer, you got to get some pertinent information. You got to know a little bit about them. You got to get a little bit deeper. So everybody, we're going to go ahead and get deep. Tom, go ahead and hit your chest for me one time.
Oh, let's go.
There we go. We're going to hit to the heart.
Let's go.
So first question inside of this 5-liner, and he is ready to flow. So we always ask the why. Why is it that you do what you do? But I'm going to turn it just a hair. Because Tom isn't just a person that's great in his industry. He has a heart for the community. He has a heart for people. And he's inspiring to me. The man grew up on Hope Street.
Yes, he did.
So to be that excited to go forward in life and share that hope with other people. Tom, why is it that philanthropy is so important to you? Why is it so important for you to give back?
Well, listen, I didn't get here, by osmosis. There are people that helped me along the way. There's people that I learned from. There's people that mentored me. There's people that sat me down and tried to teach me, and I learned from it. And, including my father, obviously. But, and listen, it feels so good to take somebody when you see they're trying to do something or they want to accomplish something. That's the first step. You got to want it. It's got to be on the tip of your tongue every day. You got to want it. And when you find somebody that wants it, it's so refreshing to help them through that process. There's, jealousy and envy don't exist in my vocabulary. You want to help people get to where they want to go. You want to see them succeed.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome. Seeing the success.
I love that.
It's my kind of guy.
That's what our show's all about.
And
I love that. Man, we got the right person here today. Lou, I'm telling you, our minds are about to blow up.
I'm excited about this just because, I already feel the energy. And it's not just the caffeine, folks. It's not just the Car Guy coffee or the cup of Joe that he brews, all right? It is the real pumping energy.
Through your blood. That's what it is. It's what's pumping through your blood. You feel it every day when your feet hit the ground, and you know it. You know when you have it. You know when you want to give and you want to help. And you know what? Listen, there's no secret here. When you give, it comes back tenfold.
Come on.
And I talk about that because it's not just the monetary tenfold. It's everything in life. You get love, you get passion, you get people who are giving you ideas, sharing things with you because they know that you're giving so much. They want to get back. It's so right. And I love that mantra. That's the only way to live. The more you give.
The word says that if you give, it will be given unto you. And so what is the it, right? Whatever it is that you give is the it. So the word also says if you want friends, be friendly, right? It's very simple. So if you want money, give it, right? If you want success, give it. If you want
in simple terms, when my oldest daughter was very young, the one that just graduated High Point with an entrepreneurship major, and I used to tell her, I said, you know what? Life is about a rubber ball. If you throw it up against the wall, it bounces back. Watch what you throw out.
That's strong.
Yeah. I love that analogy. That is so a good way of putting it. That's amazing. Yes.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to go ahead and shift.
Speaking of that, you were talking about people influencing. You love it, helping people, and you give and give. And that's wonderful. It's the only way to be. But there's people that along the way helped you. Absolutely. If you were, and I know it's hard. It's like getting up and getting an award and saying, "Hey, thank you." You want to thank so many people, but if there was one person that you can go back that really changed your life. The person that made you go, boop, I'm going to make this shift. Who would that one person be?
Well, obviously, my father's number one. He always had an interesting way of handling things. He would tell me, I'm not the be all and the end all, but listen to what I have to say, and you may take it into consideration while you're out there. And when you're out there and you're doing your thing, all of a sudden the bell goes off, and it's like, oh wow, what he told me was good advice. So it was that. There's friends along the way. There's business associates. It's along the way, and here's the way I see it. You have to learn from every situation, and you have to try and get what you can get from a situation and use that to be able to pole vault yourself to the next stage of your life, to the next chapter. And so if I had to ask, pin down one person that actually was my biggest influence, it's hard because there's so many people along the way that have influenced me, that have given me ideas and knowledge and wisdom and passion. And, listen, it's as simple as watching someone else succeed and you want to succeed. There's people that watch people succeed and they become jealous of them. There's people that watch people that succeed and say, I want to be like them. And how do I do it? And that's really what life is about. And, you teach by example. And, you hope that when people are watching you succeed and work hard, they'll want to do the same thing. And that's the ultimate goal. And that's, listen, that's the sign of a good leader. I used to be in the global logistics business, but I had sold that company. But when I was in that business, I told everyone, I said, listen, there's not a job in this company that I can't do. I learned every job right down to unloading a truck on a forklift because I wanted everyone to see I'm not just sitting in an ivory tower. I know how to do these jobs. I do these jobs. And if you watch me, not that I'm an expert at it, but I have experience, if you watch me, you're going to gain wisdom and you're going to better yourself.
There's nothing better than that. Leading by example. That's, and that's great. And I understand that. I have so many mentors throughout my life up to this point. I'm only 41. I'm still a young guy. We all are. Actually, every one of us here are. But, there's still so much more to grow. But my mentors up to this point have been amazing. It's hard for me to say this one guy. I can say, this one person helped me with this one situation. It helped me get better there. But overall, like you said, it starts with my parents. My parents were amazing people. My own siblings, they helped me, be competitive, and understand that you could be competitive and still love somebody, and still help them get better at what they do. So there's so many reasons why I can keep going up the list. It's a long list, but I can honor that though.
You know what? You have to want it. There's certain people in life that want it and certain people that don't want it. And the people that but you have to want it. If you don't want it, you're not going to succeed. It's like playing football for the NFL. If you go out and you don't want it, you're not going to win the game.
That's right. The key. So to talk on that father spot real quick. So he's referencing his father, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's so many people that are blessed to be able to have that father figure that can give them that type of guidance forward. There's a lot of people that don't have that. I believe one of the biggest plagues inside of our nation itself is the fatherlessness of many of our communities. And in this business, there is that element that doesn't get taught that you need to get from a father, right? And when you have a father, you learn honor differently. You learn that somebody wholeheartedly wants the best for you. Amen. And sees better than you see yourself. They see you better than you see yourself. Yes. And inside of that, in this business, there are those fathers, right? I'm just going to quote the word all day. So the word would say that you have many brothers, but you have few fathers. That doesn't mean that you have that you don't have multiple fathers that can invest in you, but you do have fewer fathers that can actually see something great in you and help point you in that direction. But at the same time, give you the freedom to be you and celebrate you being you. Be excited for you to do better than you do. And those are the type of mentors that are key to helping you make those pivots in anybody's career. Car guys, car gals. If you don't have somebody that you can trust to cut on you, to sharpen you, to make you better at what it is that you do, you're only going to go as far as you see yourself. So I encourage you.
Listen, you got a competitive guy on the show here, and you're quoting the word, so I'm going to quote the word. Iron sharpens iron.
That's right. Come on. Come on, that's right. I
love it.
That's true word. We use that a lot because it is true, guys. We are strong, and we are stronger when we get together. But sometimes the application of us together allows us to get better if we actually let that friction shave off the part of us that isn't the most sharp. Does that make sense?
100%.
So with that, I definitely honor that.
You have to be the horse that drinks the water. You know, you can't just be led there and then not drink it. You know, and that is so key. You have to be that one that drinks it.
Yeah. And you know what? We'll talk a little bit about risk because, you know, most people are risk adverse, and, you know, you have to take that risk. You have to go out there and believe. And if you don't believe, you're not going to receive.
That's right. That's right.
Love that.
Man, that's strong.
Write that down.
And that, again, with that are those mentors. So sometimes you may not have the faith inside of yourself to achieve it. You're going to be running off of that encouragement that a great mentor said, hey, you can go do this. Hey, right. you can go close this customer. Take this back out there and say this. You can actually hit your goal this month because I've seen you succeed. Go aim at this. I know that you can do it. And then when they get there and they say, I didn't think that I could do it, but now I'm completely convinced I can do it. Thank you for believing in me. Those are some of the most rewarding moments of my career, is when you see that person that never thought they can be as great as they are.
It's amazing.
Make that shift.
It's amazing.
And I know, Tom,
I love analogies, but, you know, I always say, if you don't hit the ball, you can't swing the bat. You can put the uniform on, you can get up to bat, you can go to practice, but when you get in the game and the pitcher throws that pitch, if you don't swing the bat, you're not going to hit the ball.
This guy.
It is. Good. It's like, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
That's it.
So, you know, I love these things, and I'm a big quote guy. I love it. Every week I do a whiteboard quote of the week, and I get inspired by it because it's usually about what's going on currently in the world, I think, and then I'll try to do something that might inspire people and get them out of the gutter. And quotes like that are amazing, and they do. And it's stuff like that you have to reflect on and using your brain to keep you moving, because those things are such true statements. You know, I believe in that, throwing out, you know, if you throw positive stuff out all the time and you're always doing the right stuff, you'll get that back, you know, like we talked about earlier. And it's such a true statement. The older I get, the more I see it. You know, when I was younger, sometimes I didn't notice it because I was so caught up in you know, I know everything already, you know.
Of course.
What an incredible segue, Fred. Yeah. That was fantastic.
You're welcome.
Because we are going to question number 3, and this is going to be